Welcome everybody to our live stream here. It is Friday Open Blitz Challenges. I'm International Master William. It's a black day in Europe. Another black day in Europe. Here in Budapest, Ukraine. So what's up, Astrobate? Good to see you. We're taking challenges 5+3 casual. Astrobate, is that intended to be a submission? What you sent me, the game you sent me, is that a submission for next week's subscriber stream? I wasn't sure. Acer, you sent you sent in a game. Was that for next week? I assume. Wasn't clear. If you just wanted to show me something. Can you hear me? Are we live? Do we have volume? Video? Sadly, Move 11, no hype train yesterday. Astrobate, are you with us? Is anyone here? Just Astrobate. Some new people. We are live. How's my sound? Juicebox is here. I can't tell what microphone. I don't think that I can really be sure which microphone, if it's my built-in or my... So tell me if it sounds okay. Juicebox is here. Astrobate's here. Sounds normal? Okay. It's showing up really not right in the display. I don't seem to be sick, but I started losing my voice last night and coughing for no reason. Don't really know what that's about. Discovered Czech is the dive bomber of chess. Is that what you said? Weird quotes. So, none of the regular challengers are here. Sumaher. We have not played since Wednesday. Frankly, I've been very disturbed by the war in Europe and had trouble really sleeping well the last 2 days. Let's try to forget our problems here with some chess games. So I guess I'll go and get some victims from the random challenge list. Let's see, the GM Sean, no. I'm not gonna play 3-0 chess. It's ridiculous. It's like bullet. It's just stupid. 5+3 casual. Puzzle streak. So what's up, Juicebox, with you? Thanks for stopping by the stream lately. Maybe we'll get the bit train going today. Astrobate, what happened? No bit train yesterday with Move 11. I wasn't really feeling good yesterday. I was very tired. Worked all day. Feel better this morning. So let's get a 5+3 challenge. Chess basics. What's chess basics? The rook. It moves in straight lines. The bishop. It moves diagonally. The queen equals rook plus bishop. I like that. The king, the most important piece. The knight, it moves in an L shape. This is genialish. Check in 2. That's cool. Alright. Seriously now. Learn. Facepalm. Sean, why don't you challenge me to 1+0? Sean the sheep. 1+0 or 2+0? Read the bottom of the screen. Maybe I'll do some puzzle streak or something. Boom. Well, this is kind of a weird position. Your turn, find the best move for white. Oh, just check and take the knight. Deep thoughts. Ah, there's the challenge. Now you figured it out. 5+3. Ah. Oh. I was being sarcastic about challenging me 1.0. What's that, made in 1? Nice. Alright, 5+3. Sean GM, Sean, you act like you've never played on my stream before. I'm 27-0 against you, and every single game was like 5+3. But now you don't remember. Alright. My connection seems weird, like I've got really bad lag. Uh-oh. Yeah. There's something wrong with my connection. I don't have the landline. I'm on Wi-Fi. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Guys, just bear with me for a second. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Now we're back. All right. The atmosphere here, I don't really know. I mean, I guess in the east of Hungary, they're probably kind of nervous. But here in Budapest, we're kind of insulated from it. It feels like it's a million miles away. But man, like Russia could roll through us like butter. Hungary would probably put up less resistance than Ukraine. I mean, if World War III started. Seriously. This country's in a very strange place. I mean, the Prime Minister's like buddies with Putin, who's a really trustworthy guy, by the way. You can believe what he says. And then we're part of NATO, you know. So it's just going to be very awkward going forward into a Cold War sort of state. Now we're going to have Russian tanks on our border. A friend of mine from Romania was talking about this. You know, nobody wants to be like staring down Russian tanks on the border. I mean, it's a horror what's happening to Ukraine. But beyond that, you know, we have to think about the security of ourselves here. I just never thought, like, you know, we'd be in a situation like this. But, I mean, you know, I think the Baltic states are the biggest target. I don't think that Hungary would be on the first, we're not really like Russian lands here if he wants to start taking more territory. Although we were occupied. Obviously Hungary was occupied by the Soviets until 1989. So why not just do it again, Anyways, it's weird. A lot of ethnic Hungarians in Ukraine. It's a shocking situation. I mean, we're right there, next to them. So it feels pretty weird. 200 kilometers from the Hungarian border, the Russians were bombing. I mean, that's great. Okay, classical King's Indian. Bishop e3 is technically the best move for white there. Exactly, we're a loser. Yeah, well, I think most of the world is united against him, but he's not rational, I think what you have to realize is, yeah, he's a cunning KGB agent and all this stuff, but something happened. Like the Prime Minister of Finland said he thinks he's changed, something's changed. He's not, the guy's not rational. You don't want to have someone like that running your country. It seems very irrational. So I don't think you can't assume you're dealing with a rational individual here, Not sure about the way I played this. Doesn't seem quite right. I'm sort of mixing the Petrosian system and we're mixing the Petrosian system and classical with rook e1. Yeah, well, world loser. I mean, there's a very large contingent of countries that are in solidarity. We have a new world order now. Poland and Hungary. For Poland, it's hard because you're bordering Ukraine, Belarus. I mean, that's kind of scary. Alright, I got a take. I didn't want to do this. But they can't attack NATO, or that is World War III. I mean, clearly that's the red line. So, if Putin is irrational enough to attack the Baltic states, which would be the next target, then now we really are looking at World War III. I don't think that NATO can back down and say, oh, well, no, we'll give you Estonia. No problem. You can't have Poland, but you can have Estonia and Latvia or something like that. They're members of NATO, so I think that's it. I mean, that's the literal red line. If Putin decides to attack a NATO country, then it's World War III. The Final Zero TV is rating with a party of 3. He's threatening the whole world with nuclear weapons. I mean, basically that's what he did yesterday. You'll see, response like no one has ever seen before. So you're threatening the entire world with nuclear weapons, is what you're doing. Which is, mutually assured destruction for the entire world. If Russia uses nuclear weapons, the United States will, and then we'll blow up the entire planet. So, basically, you're either going to blow up the entire planet or you're bluffing. You're going to just, use one nuke. And then stop there. If anyone interferes with Russia, you'll see a response like no one's ever seen in the history of the world. So what are you saying? Their biggest thing is their nuclear weapons. Their conventional army is strong, but not as strong as the United States or China. Basically, he's threatening to use nuclear weapons on anyone who interferes with them. Weaponized satellites. Star Wars. Anyway, I think I was reading some articles about it yesterday. I mean, we're basically entering, it's not good to make complete parallels and stuff, but it is kind of basically like a new Cold War. But it's irrational. It's really irrational. I don't think that he's making Russia stronger. I don't think he's improving Russia's lot in the world. Basically, the average Russian people now lose their freedom. They're not going to be able to travel. Already, like, Aeroflot is not allowed to land in the UK. Massive economic sanctions. So Russia's just going to completely isolate itself from the rest of the world now. So the people in Russia are just like, that's it, you know. How are Russian chess players going to compete in international tournaments? They're not. You know, I don't see... And the FIDE, as far as chess is concerned, I think FIDE has to be restructured. I mean, you know, there are many people who are chess players who are not for this war, but by not speaking up, you know, you're taking a stand, you know. It's not enough to tweet like on Twitter that you don't support the Russian war. The people in Russia need to, you know, to be heard, and if they don't support what's happening, they need to protest it. Easier said than done. All right. But I think here in Hungary, I mean, majority of people are horrified. Small minority is in support of our in support of, like, very few people are in support of this, I'm sure. Your sub badge is gone. It ran out. Yeah, Poland is strong. Yeah, even Erdogan, right? Who has to be on the fence like Orban. Erdogan spoke out against the attack. I mean, that's pretty amazing. But he has his... He's not a total puppet. You know, Erdogan has a backbone. As much as I don't agree with him and he's a monster, at least he has some backbone. He can speak for himself. He's actually denouncing it, which is nice to see. One tyrant to another. Of course, like, Orban would never do that. He doesn't have as much backbone. It's a tricky situation here, though, because we have elections coming up in a month and a half. So I think that politically, the situation is very fraught. Orban doesn't know what to do. Now the opposition is using this against him really hard. They're just constantly posting pictures of Orban with Putin. And it looks like it could actually really be very detrimental to Orban's re-election prospects. We had a raid, I know. Astrobate, I said that. It would be nice if India would take a stronger stand against what happened, but Modi is kind of a populist. He's a populist too. He identifies with these populist leaders. I'm going to play h4 here. I'm not sure if this is correct. But almost the entire international community is against Russia now. Hopefully it will make a difference, but probably not. They're gonna go into like full isolation mode. I don't get it. Man, nice counterplay by Black. He's really Nigeria. Yeah, I love Nigeria. If you go to like The Economist or something and read an article about it, like half the people commenting are like random Nigerians. How much they hate the United States and stuff. Like, what's that about? This is not a contest if you hate the United States. This is about like Russia taking over Ukraine. That's what people don't get. They're like, oh, the United States is evil. It's the United States' fault. What? They just like hate the United States no matter what. I love it like Nigerians. Really, really. Now I got distracted. Now I did it. Fully distracted. I hung my rook. Damn, he's sharp with a rook grab. That was a sharp rook grab. Shark. The shark. Hung my rook. But Nigeria is what? Are they like controlled by China or something? It's a win, yeah. Ooh, he saw that. Look at that calculation. Yeah, hung my rook. Interesting. Good quality game there. Alright. No, I got too distracted talking about politics. I can't get my mind off it. The people on the internet forums, I mean, are they all like Nigerians created by Russian propaganda or something? Or are they real? Are they really are they really like random Nigerians that hate America? They're created by Chinese and Russian troll farms. It's crazy. They go to a legitimate website and anything that's like anti-American, half the posts are people from Nigeria. You could be like blocking people on Facebook all day. So if you're wondering what happened in the first game, I dropped my rook. I dropped my rook on h8, and the guy asked me, was it a mouse slip? No, it was on purpose. It's not a mouse slip. I just dropped my rook. I forgot the bishops can move diagonally. Maybe here? Well, rook c8 is a common idea. Stein used to play this way. Wow, $1,400 a month? I should get into that. That's not bad. If you're living in like Southeast Asia or Hungary, drop my rook. Oh, there was no way to slime him either. A whole rook down. That sucks. I like how accurate he was at the end, though. He didn't let me queen my d pawn. You think a school principal makes $2,000 a month there? Wow, knight d5. This is kind of disturbing. That's a lot of money. That's probably more. That's more than you make in Hungary for sure. Teachers, I mean, a principal, I don't know, but teachers definitely don't make close to that. I imagine that the teacher salary here. Are you serious? You prepared that? What? Yeah, Juicebox, you're killing me with the distraction. Gotta blame someone. Wow, rook d3 with idea of rook g3. Yeah. I want to look at this game afterwards. International schools, I don't know about that. I wonder what the average salary is here compared to in Hungary compared to there in Southeast Asia. Wow. What is going on? Right. I don't know, man. He's so brutal. Really? What is going on around here? I want to look at this game with the engine when I lose. Normal rent for a 2-bedroom apartment in a safe neighborhood in Budapest. Yeah. I would say like $500 a month. Would be the average. What is it in the United States? I don't even know anymore. I guess it obviously depends on where you are, but in like this in a city, 4 times that much. Scary. This is a wild position. It's pretty messed up. It looks like black's totally lost, but there's some weird tricks. Yeah, the same thing happened in I guess all... Man, I don't know, Florida. Well, I mean, New York has ridiculous property taxes. They're talking about lowering it. I mean, are you sure that Sean and Ripun are not the same person? You guys are so similar. Alright, rook d8. Rook takes f6. I'm up the exchange. Rook d8? No. I should just take this. This game was horrifying. Maybe the worst game I ever played. At least the other game I just like dropped a rook in a winning position. I mean, I don't know. I have friends who live in Florida. I just can't imagine that. Only because of the price, right? Yeah, like go to West Virginia or something. Hang out with Joe Manchin. This is the worst game of chess like ever played. I was completely lost. But I love his move rook d3. Jesus. Are you serious? My move order was bad. I took on d4 early. Not really the main move there. Okay, whatever. So it's standard. Now I played bishop g7 instead of rook c8. So rook c8 would have prevented bishop c4. I've played this position like a million times. I always play rook c8 here. No, it was a horrible game. Yeah, rook d3 is... Anyway, this is a key move, like bishop c4. Because if I play rook c8, you can't play that. You know, I've had people who play this, but it sucks because of like queen c5. And you just have to trade queens, and white has nothing. Because I didn't play it, you know, this becomes an option. Now I have to castle, and he goes knight d5. Are you serious? Is that the best move? Yeah, it's engine. Bishop c4 is probably a good move too, no? Computer has it up there. Tied for third. The problem is I could have played rook c8 again after bishop c4, and now you're in a problem because here. See, the problem is I have rook c8 threatening queen c5, and I'll be hitting f2 and c4. So let's see, bishop e3, queen c5, queen d2, avoiding the exchange of queens. I mean, white might be able to play this way. Yeah, knight d5 is like very difficult for black. Yeah, this is an engine move. Rook d3. Nothing suspicious about that. I just wanted to check if it was the engine move. Just coincidence, I guess. It's a mere coincidence. All right. I'm not timing you out because you lost the game. I'm timing you out for asking stupid trolly questions. After you win, you ask me if I made a mouse slip. If you do it again, I'm gonna like ban you. You ask stupid questions in the beginning too, like, what's the time control? You've played 27 games with me and you don't know what the time control is. Are you serious? Last chance, like, because don't do it again. If you beat me and then you ask questions like, was it a mouse slip? That's why I timed you out, alright? Not because you beat me. If there's one more question like that, I'll just ban you from the stream. Seriously. Don't do it again. If somebody else like makes a crushing like blunder, you don't ask them after the game if it was a mouse slip. Rook d3 is quite intuitive. Or you know, it's just the engine's #1 move. I think it's a move that appeals to people that don't move pawns, you know. But I think that like players who tend to use pawns would play f4 here. If you're that type of player that doesn't know how to use your pawns, I mean maybe, yeah. So f5 is double blunder, allowing rook g3. I didn't see it, you know, I didn't even see like that was his idea. Yeah, I mean these are computer moves. Computer-like moves. I've been distracted so far. I'm very upset about the ongoings in Europe. But I'm going to warn that guy, Sean, one more time. Like, you don't win against me in a lost position where I drop a rook and then ask me if it was a mouse slip. Like you're trolling me. Congratulations, you won, but please don't rub it in with stupid questions. I just hung my rook. I don't ban people because I lose to them. But I do ban them for stupid questions. So Mr. Slow's playing bishop e7 here. I'm supposed to play g4, right? We've been through this before. What do you mean you're not principled enough to play f5? You mean f4. You're talking about the board reversed. I don't know what is he expecting me to say? I don't really understand. Like, what are you expecting me to say? Like, oh yeah, I meant to move my rook to h7? Or what's the point of that question? Other than to kind of rub it in that I lost. I don't know what exactly he's expecting me to say. That's what I don't understand. Like, I wouldn't call it a mouse slip. I put my rook on a square where it could be taken by a bishop. What's there to, like, you know? He asked that question to show his superiority, exactly. Well, to kind of just rub it in that I lost, I guess. I don't know. I find it very, very trolly. Yeah, well, I mean, this is a known, that's a known trap that Mr. Slow walked into. So he has a terrible, terrible position after this sacrifice. I don't like to make a lot of speculative sacrifices in Blitz, but this has been played before. In fact, if we look at the Opening Explorer, I think we'll probably find at least one of my games. This has been played prior. Yeah, black is totally lost. It's a beautiful thing, right? Where's the mate? Is he getting away? He's not getting away. He almost got away. Still not mate. It's still not mate, right? Where's the mate? Yes, queen takes a3. Yeah, it's still no mate. So it's actually better. It's actually better to take with a rook here. Because now I have knight a2 mate. If I take with the pawn, he plays king a5, not king c3. I must have missed a faster mate. Mr. Slow, I'm sorry. What, But I mean, I'll show I've probably played this before, right? Master database, no games? Wow. Lichess a million. Player. You see? Bispo Safadao. There was one prior game. G5. Knight FD7. Oh, wow. That's crazy. In the other game, I didn't play bishop takes c6. In the other game, I just played h4. And my opponent played knight c5. Okay, that was ages ago. That was in 2016. That's crazy. I would swear I've had this. How is it possible? I know that I've played this before. Yeah, studying would be better. But learning to take your time is a good start. So if we go to the Opening Explorer, there's like 8 billion games here in the Lichess. Knight FD7. Yeah, bishop takes e6. 420 games. I mean, basically in this position, I get 3 pawns for the piece and have a knight on f5. So, I mean, the thing is, after this, I get the 3rd pawn on g7. Plus, here he should play, I guess, king f8, not king f7. He's lost anyway. This knight is so strong on f5. Like, forget about it. You know, I have 3 pawns for a piece. But the irony of the thing is that, like, my one knight on f5 is worth, like, a rook. It's just devastating. That knight is winning the game by itself. World loser. World loser, a patriot from Poland. Alright. Yeah, sorry world loser. Sorry, Mr. Slow. That wasn't a good game for you. Falling into the opening trap there. I've played a lot of games with both colors in this line, mostly with white. But now he's going back into... I had this the other day with white against camel culture. Slightly different move order. So after g4 for white in the last game, you have to play h6. I'll tell you something though. I mentioned it before on the stream, but somehow I lost that position in an over-the-board game in Canary Islands in 1999. I played g4. Black played bishop e7. I played g5. You know what I must have done? You know, I must have done the same mistake, like, over the board. Like, playing h4 instead of bishop takes e6. That I did in that other game, 2016. The guy got to castle and it became like a curious attack. If black gets to castle, at least it's playable for black. Oh, I remember what it was. I didn't do h4. The Fermian criticized me. I played like rook g1 instead of h4, which Nick thought was bad. He said I should have played h4. But I wonder, I mean, did I just not sacrifice the knight on e6 in that position? For real? In a real game? That's hard to believe that I wouldn't do that. I don't know what I'm supposed to play here, honestly. A5 is kind of typical. It's equal for both sides. Now I was thinking maybe bishop f5. Right? Bishop e4, provoking weaknesses. Hungarian, it's provokalny. Mr. So started playing Knight off recently. Right. Yeah, everybody makes that mistake when they play the black side of that line at some point. It's a learning experience. I had a funny game with Camel Culture like this week where he did c5 at some point and it was a double blunder. I don't have a bad piece. I don't need to break with c5, but I do need a plan. g5 is very anti-positional. I don't really want to do that, but this pawn on e4. The pawn on e4 is pretty weak. So what do? e3. E3 is tempting, but I don't see a really strong follow-up. I guess I do have something. E3 takes knight h5. It's wild. This is just to be fun. You know, have fun a little bit here with it. We're having fun. Are we having fun yet? Not sure. Who's having fun? Position could be more dynamic for white in a way. Really want to get like a4 and rook a5 and get my rook across over to the king side. But look, ma, no bad pieces. Trying to attack his king, obviously. How much pressure can I put on the g3? Pretty much. Maybe even rook f3, bishop d6. Looks decent. Again, it's not that clear, though. He also has this d5 break at some point. I like neutralizing his bishop on b2, like d5, bishop f6. That's some positions might be good. He has a lot of weaknesses around his king's side. I mobilized my horses. Oh, I didn't think of this. It's a, like, totally logical move. Queen e1. Hold your horses. He doesn't have that, does he? He could play king g2. I was looking at king g2. There's also rook f3, obviously. But it looks like this just loses. Okay, he's gonna sack the exchange. Yeah, this is a good move. So he has some compensation. He's got a pawn for the exchange. It's not really enough. He has a lot of weaknesses, but he has a lot of center pawns. Black is very compact, though. Yeah, b4 is a good move to keep it closed. That is kind of aggravating. Never play f6. He didn't do it. I thought he would play knight e5. Well, loser, you should never... You really have to quit playing the Grob. He's back again. Told you not to play the Grob. How many times did we tell you? Grob is no good. When in doubt, keep it simple. e4. That makes a lot of sense, actually. It's a really annoying move. Damn it. I don't like the way I'm playing this. But I did get this in. He's so fast. I think I'm losing now. That's a lot of pawns. My second rook today. I don't understand why I can't see that rooks are attacked by bishops. He was winning. He was winning since move 34. Gotta give him credit. I was winning, but I had to be accurate and I had no time. This requires a lot of accuracy, and I just don't have the time. He's too fast. Good game. It's a horrible game. 80 cent upon loss by me. Wow. I mean, I basically played okay until that point. Here. Well, Scotch only. I wouldn't panic. Like, I mean, we're in a NATO country here, so there's a big difference between Hungary and Ukraine. But I'm not real comfortable, with the situation as it is, with the new Cold War, being on the border of the new Cold War. But I basically don't have anywhere else to go, so I don't think that people are like abandoning Hungary. There's a big difference between. If Putin declares war on NATO, then I'm getting on the next train out of here. But it probably won't matter. I mean, then. Uh-oh, now you angered World Loser. He never plays for flag. Antonio, he does not play for the flag. He just happens to be fast, that's all. No, he actually played a good game at the end. I was winning, but I'm down to 20 seconds. No, I know that I know that I'm struggling here. He has tremendous threats with that pawn mass. I mean, I talked about it before. It was, even from the beginning, it was dangerous. But this is insane what I did. I mean, to be honest, e5 is a really risky continuation. It works, though. But I just don't have enough time. He doesn't play for flag. That's how it's supposed to be played. Alright. Yeah, I haven't been in a good way the last 2 days. I'm upset by this whole war thing. It's deeply upsetting psychologically. That's my excuse. I dropped 2 rooks, though. It's really weird that I dropped a second rook. I mean, I don't understand that. That's... At this point, it's a draw. It kind of pisses me off, you know? Like, I actually lost in a drawn position. Maybe not. Was it a draw? Here it's 0.8, but what am I supposed to play? So king h3 is a blunder. He had played bishop h3 before. Rook f2 check. Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to calculate with these pawns down here. It's just that he can't play c7 until the bishop's on h3. Now he's threatening it. But this is a really crazy position. You know, I don't know if I'm lost at the end. I thought it was a draw. But I was mistaken, I guess. This is a blunder, and I missed rook g4. What do I play on queen e1? I guess I can force some kind of repetition, like check, king h2, queen back or something. He just keeps creeping forward. It's very hard to defend. No, I don't like the way I play that game. I was totally winning earlier. It was a good sacrifice. What does the computer want to do here? Bishop d6, bishop b4. I saw this. What does it do? That's so weird. To go to bishop b4 and then bishop d6? Ah. So it makes him go queen f2, so then now he doesn't have rook f3. Wow. No, World Loser defended well. I thought he was just completely lost. But he defended here. Down the exchange, not so easy. This should be an easy win for me. But he put up good resistance. Alright, good game. Practically speaking. Wow, you donated $10 by PayPal. On Streamlabs? Zen Chess, thank you. You underestimated his chances. No, I realized there was danger there. Thanks, Zen Chess. Got to put you on the list of people who donated. It's not a long list. Not a long list this year. Donate with PayPal. Okay, thank you. Zen Chess is up next. Yeah, no, I mean, his position was messy, but I think the World Loser had some game there. Yeah, I knew there was danger. I'm not in good form today or yesterday. Oh yeah, you played this before. Didn't you? The E3, B3? Lady in Black plays this kind of solid setup. Tarash reversed. Yeah, I need to clear the... I really need to clear the donation list. Because those aren't really donations. Like Nilsson and other people have paid me for lessons. A lot of people think I got donations for like $200, but that's not actually a donation. I think that's why no one's donating. It's really bad. I need to clear that out. Nobody's really donated $200 to the stream. That was just their way of paying for lessons. Ever since I got like Nil's $200 streaming donation on the list there, no one donates any money to the stream. It's kind of sad. They think I have lots of big dollar donors. This is sort of familiar. Who is Lady in Black? Lady in Black, supposedly from Germany, but you never know. B6. B6 is an idea. B6, B4, A5. I guess we go for it. I can't figure out how to clear the streaming donations. I can't find the setting for that. Thanks, Senchess, for your $10 donation. Been very supportive of the stream over the years. So both recaptures are possible here. I kind of like pawn takes. Controls this support point. You might have bishop a6 trading off the bad bishop. Well, you do. You have it if you want it. It's a way to play. I don't know if it's best, though. I mean, to be frank, like, my bishop's not a bad piece. Don't even know which way to recapture here. It's equal. I have to play e6 at some point. But we have a good pawn structure. Alexander Ivanov's favorite pawn structure. The unbreakable. Now the $1,000,000 question, where I should put my queen here. It's not really obvious. The whole thing seems kind of awkward for black. Hank the Tank. Asterby, did you see about Hank the Tank? Have you read Zurich Interzonal? I have the book by Bronstein. It's a classic. It's in my storage unit with all the other good stuff that I'm gonna have to like throw away someday. Sadly. I don't think a library would like even want my chess. It's so sad, you know. My entire chess library, which I thought was... Library would probably like throw it away or something. What happened to Hank the Tank? Hank the Tank is wanted by the police, right? Man, my knight is stupid. On a6. Having a hard time finding a plan here. This is disturbing. Seriously. I need a place to put my queen. And there is none. There's no good square to put my queen on. I guess b7. If it had to go somewhere. Fianchetto. No pawn moves for Lady in Black. They don't do pawns. Well, c5 in the opening. I'm trying to play pawn structure chess, but my knight is Illin. He beat Illin. The other knight I need to like defend myself, maybe back here at some point. Finally a pawn move. Knight Illin. Ilinchich. Right. These knights are just ridiculous. Why did I put my knight on a6? It was like hopeless to begin with. Sometimes you can play knight c7, knight e8, and like back in here. But that was a waste of time. Bad bishop. Bad bishop queen. g5 knight h5 was very weakening for me. I guess knight e4 is also possible. Getting undermined. They. Pronouns. Alright. Keeping d6 protected. Lady in Black specializes in peace moves. Peace play. A master of peace play. Mistress of peace play. Even. Zurich 1953. Well, you know, Bronstein didn't write that many chess books, Sean Pinto. It wasn't like Robert Hubner. Lady in Black's a fan of Robert Hubner. It wasn't like a Robert Hubner analysis or something, you know. Bronstein is not that extensive. More succinct. But there are some long analysis variations. Some of the games, I'm sure. Pretty in-depth analysis. But you couldn't have a better player like write a book on chess. One of the greatest players of all time. Bronstein was primarily, I would say, you know, strong in his creative. Yeah, no, I would prefer Bronstein. He wrote a limit. I mean, he's only authored a limited number of chess books, but I thought all of them are classics. 200 Open Games, Zurich 1953. I don't know what else. Maybe Bronstein wrote in Russian. I'm not sure, but probably not much. He did the Sorcerer's Apprentice with some guy. That book, a kind of modern move, a modern book. Okay, what are we doing here? Lady in Black's like pushing me around spatially. Pushy. Got the bad bishop. The bad bishop with space is okay. That's a pawn move. I can't play f6. Let's start trading stuff. b3 96. There you go. Get out of my house. I could play bishop takes e5, clearly. White is still fine. It is a hell of a bishop on c3, though. Right. $17.85. The hell of a 1785, right? Yep. That is an astounding move. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. Wait, resigned? Resigned. I can't win if my opponents don't make mistakes, Reapun. Like, look at this game. I mean, maybe the situation in Europe is distracting Sladgy. I have 3 inaccuracies, 18 CPL, and I still couldn't get a winning position until like move 40. I mean, nice 1700. They're clearly much stronger than the rating. They have 2000 rapid. Yeah, that's more like it. Clearly much stronger than 1700. Too weak. Yeah, I mean, even the resignation was premature. It was a solid game. But I think Lady in Black is definitely, like, not 1700. Mirales will like Lichess 1700. Maybe Fide 1700. Alright, Morales, what's up, dude? We've got 416 games. No, 414 games. This is game 415. Congratulations. That was actually one of my better games today. You have no plan against the c5. Well, you're playing a basically unambitious setup with white. You're not supposed to get like an advantage, just a solid position. I'm going to try this again. Waiting move. Controlling the b5 square. I thought you played it pretty well last time. You hate this? You played the last time pretty well. He hates it because it doesn't go down his, like, narrow, prepared variations. That's the problem. B4. Nice. That could be like a theoretical novelty. Wow. B6. Could well be a theoretical novelty, the B4. So what happens if E6? E6? What does he do? C3? A5? How does that go? The weirdest French of all time? How can I take advantage of that like diagonal, the weaknesses there? G6. Now he shored it up. Yeah. C3 I expected. I can play B6 and C5. It's pretty funny. Funny, haha. So if A5, we're basically playing kind of weird Polish. This is demented. I wonder if I'm really seriously better off playing B6. Seriously. Now you just went B5 immediately? Alright. That makes sense. That makes some sense, right? Such a strange position. Crush white. Or crush black. Hello, Bill. Ascended Solar. Sir. Mr. Sir. Yeah, it depends which side the computer is crushing for. I'm sure it could crush both sides. Yeah, this is just really weird. Now I wish I could take back my A5 move. Can I take that back? Do you mind? Can I un A5? This is where Navarro would play bishop takes A3, like in the game we looked at yesterday. Just let's do like bishop takes A3 for no reason, dude. That's sick. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna play that. Am I? Bishop takes A3, seriously. Bishop takes D7 check. Doesn't seem healthy. I just want to do this for some reason. I don't know why. Do it. Why do I want to do this? Where's my knight going? To B6 and C4? This can't be good. Oh man, Queen G4 right away? The two knights defense. Wow. Can I on A5? Can I take that back, please? Is that a good square? Wow, he went back passively. I thought he was going to play bishop c5. Surprise, surprise. B7's hanging. Now rook h6 is particularly good. He's obviously talking about earlier. But h5 is an interesting idea. Clearly. All I know is I like my... All I know is... The h5 itself is a good idea. That other one, I'm not sure about. Now I have to protect my b6 pawn so I can start active. I'm telling you, I should have played the French defense all my life. I need lessons with George Meyer. Teach me how to play the French defense. No, it just occurs to me that like my knight can't move. Is that a problem that my knight will like never... It's on a great square, but it will never move. No, I didn't. No. Repun. The truth is that I didn't lose to Cairo badly in the French. I had a drawn position. I always tell that story, but I should really qualify it. I actually like lost. I was holding against him. I really shouldn't have lost my French against Hikaru. I think I'm a natural French player. Just need more practice. I don't believe it. He's actually fixing my knight for me. I was wondering, what am I going to do with that knight? That's a good idea. Am I mated yet? I think I can afford to put one pawn on the dark squares to hold up that kingside amoeba. Uh-oh. I can't believe Morales was like criticizing World Loser for playing for time. What does this look like? He's actually more playing for time than even World Loser, it feels like. Damn. Very similar to my game with World Loser in the same respect. Like, the time pressure is making me screw up a critical position where I'm winning. I just don't have the time to play it accurately. It's unbelievable. Can't believe it. I just hung my A pawn. What is wrong with me? It's like absurd. I gotta hang my A pawn. It's crazy. And he's so fast. Mate. It's pretty funny. He screwed this up. I'm down 2 pawns at a minor piece ending. I'm not in the best state of mind. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. Now we're winning. Obviously, I was winning all the way here. Game 415 with Morales. So this is probably like world record for bad inaccuracies. Like, I don't know, 200 CPL. I won a 2-pawn down endgame. You must have like 200 CPL. It was... You felt pity. I don't even understand how did I like leave my A pawn unprotected. I was having trouble figuring out how to win, but I mean seriously, that's pretty sad, dude. You have 148 cent upon loss, and the thing hasn't even started analyzing the game. I like the G4 check position. That was kind of funny here. Like, it looks like you're mating me. This is hilarious, right? Look, there's mate. But that's like the worst move on the board, you know? It's a draw after G4. That's pretty funny, honestly. I mean, it's so tempting. You're like, oh, there must be a mate here. It's, yeah, the worst possible move. I wanted to see the opening, just so we can see if this B4 has ever been played. Wow. I really need to play bishop f5. Yeah, there's no reason to block my bishop in. Bishop d7. a5 makes sense. Bishop f5 makes sense. But it doesn't make sense to block my bishop in when I still have flexibility. So, but where did you come up with this move, b4? That's incredible. Last time he played bishop d3. Like, basically no good players has ever played this a6. This Anna Matnadze. Antonio Fernandez. Chibernidze, okay. She recently played it. How is Maya Chibernidze 2500 FIDE, by the way? Just asking. Like, how can that lady, like... Every other Grandmaster in the world has, like, lost 100 points as they got older. But Chibernidze, like, still has the same rating she had, like, when I played her in a Blitz tournament in, like, 1987. I mean, that's kind of weird, man. How could she still be 2500 FIDE when she's like 70 or something? I mean, it's a little bit out of control. Every other Grandmaster of her age range has probably lost like 125 points or something. Yeah, anyway, b4. That's a crazy move. I thought about a4 now. You gotta be like a Slav player to do that. This is so gross. Yeah, bishop takes a3 was the best move. This was an interesting position. I actually did the right thing there. Wow, the computer, yeah, knight takes, bishop takes. I think that the queen g4 was a bad move. This is a really bad move. I mean, you just made my life very easy after that. You shouldn't play that. I mean, that's like the worst choice there. Zen Chess, I owe you a game. Wait, I'm going to abort this. I'm going to play you later, Harshi. Whoa, Russia. What's that about? Never mind. Alright. I thought that Harshish was like Indian. I'm going to take the Zen Chess challenge. We're supposed to be playing random challenges, but he donated $10 to the stream. So I'm going to take his challenge first. I thought Harshish is an Indian name. Harsha. Zen Chess. Can I make a move? Okay. Thanks for donating $10 to the stream. We will go back to playing the normal challenges after this. Antonio, you're a sick dude with that b4 move. Chibernidze was the first Grandmaster I ever played in over-the-board chess of any variety. I was like 1800 or 1700 and played her in a Blitz tournament. It was like 1987, I think. I mean, my friend like beat her in a tournament in 1989, and I don't think she was even 2500 FIDE then, but maybe. She had to be at some point, but still. For Maya Chibernidze to be 2500 FIDE in 2019, that's a little hard to believe. Uh-oh, Zen Chess tricked me. I'm sacking a pawn here. Novelty. Yeah, alright, we're distracted. I thought you played bishop b7. I mean, could I sack that pawn seriously? You know, I never really thought about it. But maybe it's not that crazy to sack a pawn there. Like in retrospect. I mean, I imagine white has some kind of compensation. Well, I don't have to play 95, Zen chess. I mean, I could just do something else. Yeah, I know, because I've played it in the BOGO, but... I mean, perhaps there's some kind of compensation. It's not enough, though. Maybe enough to play in a Blitz. I was 5. Acerbate. No, that's not true. You know that. I was in high school in 1987, man. I think we had like 2-game matches in a Blitz tournament. I must have played Grenades that lost 0-2. One was a Stonewall attack, but I don't remember the other. I tried to play the Stonewall attack against her. D takes C5. I don't really understand that variation. You can't send me a challenge. Well, on your other account, I had blocked you, but I can unblock you. Because of our disagreement. Declare mutual understanding. In 87, I was 15. Something like that. Maybe 14. I think my rating was around 1800, 1700. I was on the verge of a breakthrough, progressing up to like 2000 strength. But in that moment when I played Chibernese, I was pretty weak. Alright, so vague. Open. Damn it. We'll worry about that later. People that I like banned from the stream, I oftentimes have to block them on Lichess. I don't want them sending me like angry messages. So I get hate mail. I just circumvent that. Well, refund. I mean, I was born in December, man. You know. Yeah, but I'm in the middle of the game now, so. You'd be surprised how many people like to do hate mail. I don't want to get into arguments on. I don't even like respond to people. They're often like carrying over anger about something on my stream to like Lichess and start sending me messages and stuff. I'll just ignore it. Yeah, knight c6 is reasonable. No, I'm born in December, so you know when you talk about a year like that, I was 14 in the middle of 1987. I was 17 when I graduated from high school in 1990. 1990 minus 3. 17 minus 3 is 14. Rook d1. I don't think this is great. Yeah, that's not a good joke. Hershey's gonna get timed out again. Yes. This may or may not be a mistake. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with the chess world in the sporting world, with Russia isolating itself. Time will tell, but I think FIDE has to rethink presidency of FIDE being under the control of a Russian. I don't know what Russian chess players are going to do to compete on the world stage anymore. It's a very, very sad situation. Honestly, if your rapid rating is 2000, you mean here on Lichess, and your FIDE rating is 1300? Well, it just means that your FIDE rating is totally inaccurate, is all that it means. I could see like a 400 point difference. Ripun? Perhaps, but not more. If you're 1300 FIDE and your Lichess rating is 2000 rapid, your FIDE rating is probably like 300 points below what it should be. That's all. I mean, many people don't have, you've got hundreds of games going into your online rating, and then like 10 or 15 games, 20 games going toward your over the board rating. Oh my god. That's perverse, dude. Knight g8 is perverse. Oh my god. What a move. I have a threat here? We're not threatening anything. h6. 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 It's a good thing FIDE is controlled by Russian oligarchs. We're so proud of our International Chess Federation. Where's Nigel Short when you need him, right? He's been so valuable. He did play h6. Dude, that's amazing. Thank you, Zenchus. You made my day. You made me really happy. I mean, look at this. I crushed the 23-34. Nice. Crushing victory. So I can't believe he played knight g8 even in the first place. I knew you wanted me to play it, but I didn't I didn't see why. Wow, you're in really big trouble even before knight g8. It's a huge advantage to white. So rook d3 is accurate. That's the move of the day. That's Ripun's move. Is that engine? Yep. I'm the same as Ripun. I'm playing the engine move. Rook d3. I have this sort of post-traumatic stress disorder, because once I lost to Joel Benjamin, where he did like knight g4 against me in this sort of position, and I lost. And ever since that, I've been like terrified of this like shadow threat of knight g4. But objectively, you're too far behind in development here. I can't believe like these guys played knight takes c6. That's so gross. Nikolic played knight c6 against Sokolov. Why not just offer a draw and end the game there? That's so disgusting. I mean, seriously. Rook d1 novelty, best move. This move is utterly disgusting, and white has almost no advantage after that. It's just like preemptive draw for... Alright, Professional needs to change his challenge to 5+3. I'm slow enough as it is. F6. You're in trouble there. Please don't play bishop c4. Well, let's do the elephant gambit. I'm tired of people playing like bishop c4 against me. He instantly knows how to play the white side of the elephant gambit. And he's 1200. Wow. Elephant gambit knower. Who the heck knows how to play the white side of the elephant gambit correctly when they're like 1200? Are you serious? Queen e2, you know that? That's wild. This is a speculative pawn sacrifice by black. Queen c4 is another computer-like maneuver. Computers love queen c4. They've modernized chess theory, really. With these maneuvers, queen c4, wow. Queen, he has queen d5 here. I can't believe it. Damn, dude. 1200. Now, which knight to b4? This one? Clearly bishop e5 check. I probably have to play king f8. Now black has compensation. His queen's almost trapped, but I don't see how I can trap it. I mean, rook b8, queen a7. Not sure if I should even bother with that. It really looks like his queen should be trapped. I still don't see how to trap it. Take the bishop on d3. I don't understand why your entire country, Ripun, has underrated players. I think there's something wrong with FIDE's. I think the problem starts with the FIDE rating system not handling like provisional ratings properly in the first place. That's the real issue. The provisional ratings are all wrong. You know, people's first ratings are all wrong. They're never accurate. See, it doesn't work like that in like the U.S. Chess Federation. It seems like under U.S. Chess Federation system, like people's initial ratings are relatively accurate. I don't get it. You could like win a tournament and win all your games to be like 1100 for your first rating. How is it that I can't trap the white queen? It's driving me crazy. I'm still 2 pawns down. Yeah, I don't get how white's, again, I've said this like 1,000 times. How is white 1200? There's no way that white is a 1200. It's like ridiculous. What is your deal? How could you be 1200? 1900 bullet. 1200 blitz? That makes a lot of sense. I have students who are 1200. They drop pieces every 5 moves. Looks like I might have a chance to hold on against this 1200. Just barely. His play's not perfect, Repun? Wow, really? You mean he's not as good as Magnus Carlsen? Is that what you're saying? But there's nothing suspicious about his play, right? It's very standard for a 1200 player, right? We agree, right? This is how a typical 1200 player plays, right? Speed-wise, accuracy-wise. You can add Syria to the list of Putin's supporters now? Add? Juicebox, are you serious? The murderer in Syria was like one of the first people to openly support Putin. Are you kidding me? He's been propping up his country. What other possibility is there? No, he's been on the list. He was like the first person to sign up. Assad? Are you serious? Assad and Maduro were the first ones to support Putin in the Dictators Club. Like dictators that have been propped up by Putin in the past. We forget about all the bad shit that Putin's been doing all along. Propping up Maduro, propping up Syria, like the most evil dictators in the world. I don't appreciate playing 1200s who are actually like 2000 players. I find that very irritating. It's not cool. Whatever. To let your friend play, or I don't know how exactly that works. There's no way that White is a 1200 player. It just really angers me. I don't have time to play games with people, you know? This is about chess. This is not a game. I don't appreciate it, and I don't want to play you anymore if you're going to be like a 2000 who has a 1200 rating. It's not okay. Like, I don't know what the deal is. His cousin Vinny is playing for him, or what exactly is going on. Now I'm probably like close to lost. Yeah, this is super suspicious. I will not play you anymore. You're almost playing like a master in this game. We're done playing any more games with you. This is obviously someone else playing on this player's account. Almost perfect play by White. This is disappointing, wasting my time. I try to help people get better. I don't want to play your cousin or your friend or your computer or whatever it is, but you're clearly not a 1200. He offered a draw earlier. What happened? 1200. Yeah, I can't believe it. You mean Venezuela's supporting Putin, taking over the world? What a surprise. Oh, now I did it. Dude, check that out. He let me queen. He had knight g5 check. Like, seriously, you're like 2,000 strength. I would say approximately 2,000 is the real strength of my opponent. Which really angers me, you know. I don't want to play people who are 2,000 with 1,200 ratings. It makes me look bad. That's really irritating. Yeah, no, this guy is not going to play me anymore. Until you get a legitimate rating that's not like someone else playing on your account. That is a different game. We don't talk about the last game. When I play a 1200, I expect them to play like a 1200, not a 2000. If you're a 2000 player, let me know, you know. All right, I have time for like 2 more games. Rated is not happening. Someone who's actually 1600. He just plays you. He has last rated game 1 year ago. It's someone else with like 6 accounts or something. He just plays me. Oh, that's normal. Well, he went from 1,200 to 2,000 in like 1 year. That's pretty good. But I think that the truth is like a lot of people just have like a friend and they play, you know, on their account. That's the more likely explanation. Not that they improved 800 points since last year. You know, the simple truth is like their friend is hanging out with them and they're like, oh, why don't you play on my 1,200 account? It obviously looks embarrassing when I had trouble and almost lose to a 1200. And I end up with people on Reddit like, oh, that IM is really weak because he can't. I saw him. He can't even like beat 1200s. It's embarrassing, you know. So please don't troll me. Bishop G4. I've been doing this for 6 years. I don't take rated challenges on my stream. It's been a pretty consistent rule. Then people would even be more motivated to cheat. That's the problem. It's one thing if you just cheat to gain rating points, but if you can like beat someone who's streaming, it's even juicier. You gain rating points and you can humiliate the streamer on their stream. Rated games are just a motivation for people to cheat. You like double the percentage of people who are cheating easily if I take rated challenges. Okay, so here he dropped a pawn. I'm a typical player who's playing too quick. Probably plays a lot of bullet. He has e5. I wanted to put my knight on f4. The problem is if he plays e5, my pawn structure gets destroyed. This is actually really good though. I get in c4 now. Actually knight f4 was strong because I was trying the fork on g6. He had to play e5 there. This is his only chance. I don't think this knight move. Oh, there's knight d3. The plan was to play this. But I guess I screwed this up. Slightly. That's a big blunder. So he should try knight takes a2. Now, he got his pawn back? No, he's still down a pawn. This is lost. He's down a pawn with a bad structure. Guys, I'm going to take one more game after this. Sumaher, we didn't play already? Guys, don't forget to please support the stream if you can. Gift subs, donate. We got a donation from Zenchess today. Gotta remember to put him on the donation list. Thank you, Zenchess. So d5 just wins. Yeah, Black's just playing too quick. Move first, ask questions later. The pawn phalanx is worth a rook. It's like I have 3 rooks, essentially. This pawn phalanx is a rook. 3 rooks to none. It's kind of funny. Keep it simple. My pawns are immune. Immunity. They have diplomatic immunity. Yeah. Okay, one more game against Sumaher for today. My alarm is about to sound. I have to go to work. The other work. Alright, my other work. Lost my voice yesterday because I was doing so many lessons. Last night I was starting to not be able to talk. We seem better today. Okay, Sumaher, are you that? Are you there? Are you out there? Didn't we already play today? When was that? That was yesterday? That was I lost on Wednesday. Oh, that's when I got disconnected. Sumair's not here. Where did he go? Alright, let's take this challenge. Wait. Not sure what's going on here. I'm going to abort the game. Last game for today. It looks like Sumair got disconnected. Crazy dude, sorry. Alright, I got time for one last game now. Against Patch Adam, or what is it? You should be banned for Bishop C4. Oh, it's all anybody plays, it drives me crazy. Why does everyone play Bishop C4? I like Bishop B5 better. This is all anybody plays. It's so sick. It's like the London system. Seriously. Well, I mean, I don't think... below the super GM level, I would be like fearful of people playing the Berlin defense. I think that takes a lot of skill, honestly. That takes a lot of skill, dude. Ordinary chess players should not like be fearful of stuff like that. I mean, at the top Grandmaster level, okay. It's frustrating. I have knight a5. I've had this for several moves. I failed to play it last... No, I didn't have it until this move. Okay. Right. But it's true. I mean, at the master level, the Berlin is pretty annoying. But even there, I mean, there's lots of ways to try to play around it. B4. So now we have a white square bishop unopposed. We need a way to make him great again. Make our bishop great again. Our knight's in the way of the f-pawn. Knight h5, knight c5 is a problem. I don't have a good square for this. Knight e8, which is like uber passive. So I guess we go h6. It's kind of gross. Stopping bishop g5 and then trying to play like knight h7 and f5. Maybe at some point. But I'm not sure this is the best. Maybe black should do something different. I don't know. It also stops knight g5 in the instance of like bishop e6. This is kind of a weird position with the b4. Knight h7 leaves the center too. I'm kind of freaked out by this. I don't know. If I go here, I'm just like leaving the center. It doesn't seem right. D5 is no good. So if I play knight h7, he can play d4, attacking in the center. Bishop e6 sucks. But it's a move, right? Nothing special. Yeah, this is kind of extreme. Extreme knight a5. I guess I probably had better. Oh, that hurts. That's a solid move. White is 1900, 2000. So decent. I'd really like to sack my bishop on h3, but it's not sound. Sack, mate. Position is equal. I mean, it's possible in some scenarios I could be better because I have a bishop versus a knight. But right now it's very blocked. So it's hard to really... It's hard to say like black is definitely better. That, however, may be a serious mistake. His knight has nowhere to go. Except for the fact that he's threatening... Okay. He's threatening... Shit. He's threatening something serious. Okay. Calculation. Oh, that's a great idea. A new form of chess, Acerbate. Zombie chess. Zombification. Zombification. I like that. Plants versus Zombies chess. It's a cool idea. They come back with like renewed different powers. Queens are kind of zombies, right? Zombie queen. You already have zombies. Deep thoughts. I almost like let him fork my king and queen. I was gonna play like bishop d7 and what was I gonna play? On knight c6, bishop d7 right away. Guys, this is the last game for today. Gotta go. I really think he has to play d4 here. Looks like d4 might put up some resistance. Other than that, I don't think so. That's the only really good chance. Don't know why he didn't do that. Are bishops better than knights? In general, yes. Okay, here he has c4, and try to outpost his knight on d5, I guess. This pawn is backward. I'm not loving that. I guess I can liquidate it with c6 after capture. So it's a technical ending where I'm up a pawn. No, I think he should have gone for that. No backward pawns, please. b5. Everybody's opposite the bishop, so we have a good bishop. Complemented by pawns on the dark squares. Get rid of backward pawn. Maybe he has some play here with the A file. This might have been hasty, I don't know. Hasty pudding. Maybe I should have fought for the open file there first. Perhaps. But still, it's not over. Now I have queen a6. Queen e6, knight a1. Knight e1. Knight e1, rook a8. It's a tough position. He's clear pawn down. White's having a hard time hanging on here. I actually played alright in this game. Yeah, I think knight e1, rook a8, as Peter suggests. And it's a really tough position for white to defend. But at the moment, I don't have a passed pawn, so black still has some work to do. Thanks, guys, for playing. We're going to be hosting a simul. And save your bits and gift subs for Sunday. Sunday at 6:30 CET. We're going to be, again, hosting a simul for 25 players, as I do every week here. Classical simul with long games. Again, Sunday, 6:30. Thanks, Acerbate and everybody, for tuning in. We will see you all then on Sunday. Bye-bye.